Welcome back to another episode of Excalibur CCG TV's Talking Comics. We are your host. I am Randy.
I am Mark.
And we are going to be talking about books, comic books specifically, that will be new on the shelf. Specifically, too, that will be new on the shelf for February 7th, 2018. Remember, what we're looking at is every single week new books come out. We're looking at number ones, special items, we're giving you news, just, being informative with the video here. If you are trying to visit the shop and you have never been here before, you can go to our Facebook page or our website, ExcaliburCCG.com, and you can find the directions or the phone numbers. Either way, you will find your way to either our location in Shreveport, Louisiana, or Texarkana, Texas. This is the first week of February. We had a big fifth week in January.
Yeah, that was odd.
Extremely odd. I don't know if it was because they were holding some stuff off at the end of the previous year, but we're continuing that trend of a big week.
It's
here.
a very big week this week.
So, Mark, you get to dive on in with your first one.
All right, my first one from Marvel Comics. It's a Black Panther. Big surprise with the movie coming out.
Exactly.
Black Panther Sound and Fury, number 1, from Ralph Macchio, not the Karate Kid, and Andrea DeVito, whose name I haven't heard in a while either. So, a couple of old school creator guys teaming up on this one. This is Panther versus Claw, of course, from the Sound and Fury. Fantastic technology of Wakanda has come to Dubai when the villainous Claw launches a plot to extort billions and billions of dollars from the citizens of the city. T'Challa's diplomatic mission becomes a search and rescue for the Black Panther. Written and illustrated by industry legends Ralph Macchio and Andrea DeVito. Sound of Fury puts the Black Panther on a mission that will test his prowess against his long-standing nemesis, as well as 3 new villains.
What?
Block, with 2 Ks, Garot, and Shen Yu. Featuring a special presentation of Fantastic Four number 53, featuring the earliest conflict between T'Challa and Claw, and the introduction of Vibranium.
That's right. Is that our papers don't tell us. Usually they'll tell us if it's a mini-series, but
this sounds more like a one-shot.
A one-shot, that's what I'm figuring. If you're looking for a new ongoing series, and if you're a fan of the whole Warlords of Mars, we have Dynamite Comics giving us DEJAH THORIS number 1. Amy Chu is on board to write it, and Pascal Quilano, we'll go with that, to draw. And for everybody out there that's a fan of J. Scott Campbell, he is doing the covers. So, or at least for the first one.
Yeah.
DEJAH THORIS has been obsessed with finding the legendary Gardens of Mars, and so she's put together a team that will hopefully help her find it. But once she's outside the palace walls, things don't go as planned, and the princess finds out the hard way just how dangerous Barsoom really is. Barsoom. I had to look at it a second time because I thought it said barroom. I was like, the barroom can be pretty dangerous.
Yes, it can. Indeed.
Don't spill drinks. Don't look at other dudes' girls.
Don't piss off the bartender.
There's lots of rules.
Yeah.
Just saying. What's next?
All right, I got another one from Marvel. This is the continuation from, I guess, it bleeds off the last issue of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
Infinity Countdown, Adam Warlock number 1. Written by Jerry Dugan, and art and covers by Mike Allred. So there's no telling how long this is going to take to finish. Is this a one-shot?
This one is a one-shot.
Okay.
This leads into the 5-part series or something that's Infinity Countdown.
Okay.
And this originally was supposed to be the Aaron Kuder on art.
Okay.
But when they resolicited as this, they changed that. So.
Okay. Well, Adam Warlock is back, baby. Don't call it a comeback.
He's been here for years.
Reborn from the realm of the dead, Adam has come seeking the Soul Stone and the truth about what it did to him.
Oh, exactly.
His guide through this infinity quest is none other than Kang the Conqueror. Be there as Adam begins down the dark trail, sure to lead him into the heart of the mystery of the Infinity Stones. So, with the Avengers movies coming out, you know, we're going to lead into the Infinity Stones in the comics, too.
Right.
Whatever they're going to change about those, I don't know.
I'm guessing it also has, I mean, Wolverine's been doing stuff with the
he's
stones
got
too,
one of the stones, so
I'm guessing he's
Wolverine's
going to be a part
stones.
of it. He's always had stones.
He's always had stones.
Next up, if you enjoyed the first part to the Milk Wars, part 2 is coming out this week. DC Comics and Young Animals gives us Mother Panic Batman Special number 1. Jody Hauser, Magdalene Visaggio on board to write. Tyler Templeton and Sonny Liu will be your artists. Again, Frank quietly giving the awesome covers.
Yeah.
Mother Panic has discovered a Gotham City transformed. What has happened to her family and friends, and who moved into Gather House? It's a religious school that scarred Mother Panic as a young girl. It's none other than Father Bruce, the orphan millionaire who decided to give back to society by filling the deep demand for sidekicks. So many robins in need of a nest. So you're also going to get part 2 of the Eternity Girl story here. Really messed up stories, but fun.
Wacky, wacky, wacky.
Ooh, we got someone loud out there.
Yeah, we do. That's me.
Oh, good Lord, I didn't know you could talk that loud.
Me either, with no teeth.
You're next.
All right. Taking a break from Marvel for one spot, we got Versus from Image Comics, written by Ivan Brandon, and cover and art by Esad Ribic. War has become a spectator sport. Privately funded armies of superstar soldiers march into battle for fame, profit, and the glory of their sponsoring nations. Fortune and glory, Dr. Jones. When a new generation of soldiers arrive, top gladiator Sata Flynn is about to discover how fleeting the limelight can be. From writer, blah, blah, blah. Creator, blah, 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 blah. Graphic design, blah, blah, blah. Darkly humorous satire explores our hunger for fame and our penchant for self-destruction.
Now, this originally was solicited for coming out sometime in 2015 or 16, I believe. So
I remember the old stuff.
Yeah, they've had plenty of time to have a lot of issues of this in the bag. I would assume that's probably what's taken so long as Ribic's art.
Ribic is, I mean, well, he's branching out from Marvel. He did a couple covers for DC, and now he's doing his own stuff.
And every now and then when I'm going through all the comics, I'll come across, an old Fiona Staples that doesn't look quite like Fiona Staples' work, or Esad Ribic that does not quite look like his work now. It's amazing what they found that's become that knack for them.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to love.
Yeah.
Last up for me is from DC Comics, Young Monsters in Love. This is going to have Paul Dini amongst others writing, and Guillaume March. Everybody loves Guillaume March, and that famous Various on board for the art. And you get a crazy looking cover by Kelly Jones, because Kelly Jones doesn't know how to draw normal.
No, he does not.
And that's okay. It looks
fine.
good.
He draws more like ab rib thingies than Starlin does, man.
It's impossible. It's impossible how Batman can get through any sort of doorway with those ears. Yeah.
Yeah, the Batman. I love those.
But I don't think Batman's a part of this, so we're not going to have to worry about those ears.
No, I remember this one panel of Commissioner Gordon he drew, and he looked like he had a hamster and not a mustache.
How do you know it wasn't?
Well, I don't.
No, I like it.
Don't.
It's oddly fascinating to me.
Yeah.
It's, there's some other people that probably could do the same thing, and I would just hate it.
Yeah.
But Kelly Jones, I guess, is one of the originals to do that style. So it's hard to be a monster, guys, and even harder being a monster in love. Sparks are going to fly, and hearts are going to be broken. When
and he's probably eaten.
And eaten?
Could be.
The hearts?
Yeah.
Kali Moss? Hopefully that doesn't cross any sort of trademarks or anything.
Oh, we're shut down.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Hey, that was the second Indiana Jones reference.
Oh, look at that. So the sparks are going to fly and the hearts are going to be broken when the ghouls and ghosts of the DC Universe ensemble to bring you Valentine's Day special that nobody saw coming. So I'm guessing like Etrigan and Deadman, maybe Swamp Thing. I don't
think Swamp Thing's even on the cover, so I'm sure he'll be in there.
So I'm not sure who the ladies are.
No. Swamp Thing and Poison Ivy.
This could be a freaky, well, I say freaky book. I don't know who Swamp Thing's going to give his little bud to eat to Poison Ivy.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll see if that happens.
I don't know for sure.
So I hear you have another Marvel book.
I have another Marvel book, and it's a big one. It's X-Men Red #1, spinning out of the Phoenix Resurrection, from Tom Taylor, Mahmoud Asrar, and covers by Travis Charest.
Beautiful covers.
This is The Hate Machine Part 1. The first sensational arc of an all-new team of X-Men starts here. Jean Grey is back. Spoiler alert. Return to a world she doesn't recognize. The First Lady of the X-Men gathers an unlikely team. Nightcrawler, Namor, and all-new Wolverine, Laura Kinney, to face an evil that threatens to tear down Xavier's dream by any means necessary. So, another X-Men color-coded book.
Yeah.
To go with blue and gold.
So is Xavier back or?
Well, that's being covered in Astonishing, and I haven't been following it, so I'm not sure if that's really like him coming back or if it's like a swerve or what.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I guess we can still call it Xavier's dream that they're fighting for.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's kind of evolved past that. At this point in time, but whatever. So, guys, there you have it. Those are the #1s that are coming out this week. Lots of one-shots and new books as well. So, good little mixture there for you to check out. Remember, as soon as you walk in the door at our shop, you can turn right, and you can find them along the window. All the #1s we'll have right up there. We have big storylines up along the wall there, so it should be easy for you to find, and that's just in case you have problems finding something you want, not asking about it, and then having it sell out.
Right.
So like Silencer or Damage,
ain't all those DC,
all those DC
new
ones.
whatever Age of Heroes books that are coming out.
Right. Beyond that, we've got something fun to talk about here. It's some
big news, big
news, big fake news. No, it's real news.
It is real.
It's real news. As you know by now, Brian Michael Bendis is signed to an exclusive contract at DC Comics, and he recently gave an interview in which he is let slip, I guess, a lot of details about what exactly is going to be going on there. So if you're a Bendis fan, be prepared. There's lots there for you. If you are a Superman fan, be prepared, because there's probably even more there for you.
Oh yeah.
So just to let you know what's going to be going on, in April, Action Comics #1000 is going to be coming out. You can pre-order that right now from us. It's going to have lots of new stories.
Lots.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of those stories is going to be Brian Michael Bendis teaming up with Jim Lee. That's going to be his first official DC work, not counting the Batman Chronicles #21 that he did way back in the 90s.
Right.
But this is his first official DC work, I guess, as an employee.
Right. As an official DC hired guy.
Right.
Contracted.
Right.
Yes.
And so if you're enjoying that, or that wets your whistle, in May, you're going to get a 6-issue weekly series coming out called The Man of Steel, that Brian Michael Bendis will be writing, and he's going to be joined by Ivan Rice, Doc Shaner, Kevin McGuire, Jason Fabok, and others. There will be a new villain that they introduce in the series, but this is all going to be, I guess, 4 weeks and then bleeding over into June. They're going to take a week off, I guess, or a month off for Superman in June. I'm thinking maybe that's going to make up enough time right there.
Geldof is coming to the DC universe.
Let's hope not. We're supposed to all forget about Geldof. But in July, Bendis is going to be taking over both Superman titles. With Action Comics 1001, he will be telling more of the Clark Kent daily-oriented Metropolis, Daily Planet life of Kal-El, Superman, Clark Kent, whatever you want to call him. And then they will be restarting Superman with a #1, and it's going to be the much more adventure-driven story. So, depending on what you want, you can look at, pick up either one of those. They're going to be going their own separate ways. I mean, eventually they'll probably cross over.
Fans of the red underwear will be very happy.
Yes, it's back.
It is back.
It's back. He pulled it out. Does not smell like mothballs because Superman can
Or poop.
Or poop.
We hope.
Yeah. Hopefully he's not just taking it from the outside or inside to the outside.
You never know.
We don't. Also in May, you're going to get to see Bendis write something else other than Superman. He is going to be taking part of the DC Nation #0, which I think is spinning out a lot of new storylines that will be happening in 2018. And he's working with one of the people from his bucket list, the legendary Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. So, beautiful art with that. Absolutely beautiful. If you're a fan of George Perez. He was like, I don't know, contemporary or they were both going at the same, hot and heavy at the same time.
No comment.
That's right. Beyond that, Jinx World. Bendis' whole realm of all of his creations is coming to DC Comics. That means Powers, Jinx, Scarlet, and many, many more are going to be published there. Probably one of the big things that enticed him to sign this exclusive, because DC is excellent at putting out their trade paperbacks.
Yes, they are. They're good. They're really good at keeping stuff in print, unlike another company.
That
rhymes with Harville.
Exactly. And so I can imagine that he's going to be getting a pretty penny for these books as they're being published. But beyond that, he's also taken and said 2018 he wants to put out a lot of new material for previous stories, like the United States of Murder and probably Powers, Scarlet, as well as new series through Jinx World. So he's going to have a lot of new Bendis stuff that is just, it's very Bendis.
Very, lots of Bendis.
Yeah. If you're DC and have not read them before, you're going to find out what we mean. Finally, he will be spearheading a new imprint, much like Gerard Way has done with Young Animal. So he gets to be, the overseer of whatever is going to be going on here. Lots of DC characters that you're going to see used in unique, new, different ways. So,
I've heard a rumor of Plastic Man.
Really?
Yes.
I could see him doing that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's not a bad idea. So, lots of Bendis stuff going on.
Another interesting tidbit on that, I was reading an article somewhere in the interweb where somebody had tweeted him and asked him about if his Batman Daredevil crossover was going to happen now. And what he said was that he's apparently going to be writing at least one Batman story. And he said that that would actually kind of be part 2 of his Daredevil run. So it's going to continue in Batman somehow.
Oh, okay.
However, I mean,
Batman's
metaphorically
secret identity
or whatever
gets found out.
I don't know. Metaphor. I mean, however, he's just said the story would continue in Batman.
Yeah.
So,
the thing I hope he brings to the book is action, 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 action. Because Bendis,
this is Bendis.
Yeah, I know, but hopefully they're going to be on him about, or maybe he's just energized about telling.
They may have to change the name of Action Comics to Talking Comics, but they couldn't because we have that.
No.
Discussion comics.
Yeah, something like that.
Sit around and chat comics.
Slower paced life comics.
Yeah.
It's not
one conversation in the whole issue comics.
Yeah, Bendis is a fantastic writer who has the ability to become a little lax with his stories. It gets complacent or stale. So I'm hoping that that's more so a matter of he was at Marvel for so long.
Yeah.
and that
He
he's
sounds
really
pretty
excited.
energized. He sounds pretty energized,
Right.
You know, from what I've read.
Right. Well, yeah, apparently there's a whole lot of Superman that I didn't realize that the roots of the character come from Jewish origins.
Well,
the L
I mean,
and
and I mean, well, the whole thing of, I mean, his whole story is Moses, basically.
right.
You know.
So, as a Jewish man, Bendis seems very happy about that. And that,
take it and run with it.
Yeah. So,
BMB.
L'chaim.
Happy Hanukkah.
Something else. So, just feel free in the comments below to share your thoughts on what you're excited about that he's going to be bringing to DC, what you're looking forward to, because this is huge news.
It is. It's very huge.
One of the biggest Marvel creators.
That's true. Of the last, I mean, he is basically the face of Marvel.
Since what, 15 years? At least?
Since early 2000s.
Yeah,
So
So, I mean,
big
going to
stuff.
DC and working with huge talent, and it's already been speculated bringing over some huge talent.
I
to
would
work
imagine
with
some of his artists that he regularly worked with at Marvel
at Marvel
will come over, eventually for the DC side of things.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, but it's all beginning in April. You can already start signing up for this. The April previews have just been released, and all of this is here.
It starts
for
in Action
you
1000 for him
to pick up.
Yep.
Yes. Side note: Action 1000 is not the same thing as the Action Comics hardcover.
Yeah.
They're two separate things.
Yes.
They're not doing a special hardcover of 1000. If they're doing something like that, it's further down the road and
Right.
we don't know about it. But they've even changed the name of the Action Comics 1000 hardcover to Action Comics an 80-year celebration or something like that. So be aware of that. They're both, I think there will be some new stories in it, but it's not going to be Action 1000. So that just needs to be, I've had people coming in asking about the special hardcover.
Yeah.
Two different things.
Yes.
So we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Remember, guys, you can find us online at ExcaliburCCG.com. You can go to our Facebook page, like, share, subscribe, comment on our video. We like your interaction. It makes us feel good inside. Makes us feel validated.
Warm and fuzzy.
And warm and fuzzy. So anything before we head on here?
No.
Okay.
No, we're done.
Okay, we're done.
Big week.
We've talked a lot.
Yes,
big
we have.
week, big news. So remember to comment on the video with what books you're interested in and the Bendis news.
Right, and tell us what you would like to see Bendis do with his imprint.
Yeah, because it's going to be there for a while,
Yeah.
I imagine.
Oh yeah, I would think so.
I mean, you don't just give Bendis a few-year contract and go, well, we're not sure how we're going to use you.
He's also currently involved in the movies and all
That's
that.
going to be a big thing, guys.
He's cemented in DC for a while.
Yeah. So just comment on feelings about Bendis and his publishing work. Not I don't know if you know him personally and the feelings about.
You might.
I don't know. Don't know, but that's not what I was saying. So, until next time, guys, read great comics, and we'll see you next time.